Strip. Welcome, everyone, to Allegiant Stadium. It's our Monday night opener for the season. Both teams are set up, and off we go. To return, here's Raheem Mostert. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit, and he's down shy of the 30. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. They motion a receiver left. First play is to the air. Connects with Bateman. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. 16 yards on the play. And that's a Vegas first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. To throw it on first down. That's taken in nicely by Brock Bowers. This is brought down right along that 40-yard line. That play good for 17 and the first down.
You know what I like about that kick? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will reveal big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Tuipulotu in for the tackle. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
From the 37. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Derwin James picks it. And the Chargers will take over as he records his first interception of our season. So the first drive of the game ends not in points, Brock, but in an INT.
And I get it. Opening drives aren't always going to end up with points or a touchdown. Good thing, though, there's a lot of opportunities left to make up for that miscue and go get yourself back in rhythm and back on script.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few. Got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. He's still going at the 30. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Herbert now. Escapes the pocket. He's keeping it. And he goes out of bounds after getting them to the 7. They get 19, and now they're going to have first and goal.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of the defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way. We need to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that first down anyway.
And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
These stops, they don't always make the end-of-game highlight reels, but they absolutely should. Coaches and players know it. Offenses are always counting on yards on that type of run. And anytime it results in a loss, it could be a potential drive killer.
Herbert from the gun.
Pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Chargers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Starts out with a 1st and 10. Mahomes back in the backfield, and they give it to him. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Brought down on the effort by Derwin James. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So it's going to be 4th and short.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Defense coming off that incompletion needs one more stop here on 4th. They'll run for this. And he's going to be blocked down at the 42. So we're down to 3 quarters remaining in our opening weekend of football. Either side separating much so far. We'll return to Allegiant Stadium right after this. Time now for the 2nd quarter. Raiders in possession. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. He runs this up course to midfield at about the 48. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
2nd and 4. He's on the mark. Jacoby Myers. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out. He gets 6 on that play. And that's good for Raiders first. 2 center downs for him from the 46. To the air now on 1st and 10. Buys time, rolling right. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
You know, I don't mind taking that risk, especially on early downs. You try to shot downfield, it doesn't work. But Kate, the good news, got 2 more downs to try to find a first.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Now looking to throw. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Back to throw now.
Defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
They'll throw it again. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
You just feel this defense starting to come alive, don't you, Kate? Got their first turnover last time out. Now they put their first sack on the board. In big plays on that side of the ball, well, they can come in bunches. Defense sure hopes to keep this faucet going, and the offense wants to turn the spigot off immediately.
They'll run now on 2nd down. And he's able to push forward to the 25. 5 yards makes the hole a little smaller. It's going to be 3rd and 14 coming up.
This is a guy who, man, when he is in a group, when he is feeling it, you're just not going to bring him down with an arm tackle. You better buckle up. You need a textbook tackle on this guy. Wrap, grab some cloth, and drive him to the ground with all you got.
Looking for his wide receiver there. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for him, thinking interception to be had. And incompletion still pretty good for the defense. A veteran kicker, man, that is a coach's best friend. It saves him so much stress to have a guy who can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Returnable from the 2. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful return. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Rolling back, it's the handoff. And a power play at the gun only results in 2 yards.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
From the 22 on 2nd down. And all around tough play for him. Took a shot on the release and it definitely
wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Throwing now, Herbert. Catch made left side by McConkey. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And the Chargers will have a first.
You know, they call the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
First down, ball at the 36. They go play action. Here's Herbert. Look at all this time. The Warriors get there and take him down. Big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Really get after that sack in the stat books, Kate. Consider the secondary the true ghost riders of that play. Their stick-to-itiveness on the back end allowed their group up front to get home and get the sack.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Trying again, following the sack. He's under pressure. He goes down. Back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage. Set up now with third down. Herbert back to throw. That was incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Couldn't connect with Ladd McConkey. And now they're staring at fourth and long. The Chargers lined up in punt formation. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. He fields this at the 18. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. That's going to be a highlight there, a 68-yard punt. And it'll be Raider football. The clock reads 24 seconds now as the final drive of this half begins. Airing it out to start this drive. He's on the move. Throwing deep over the middle. And this won't be caught. Clock is going to stop. We've got 14 seconds to go.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now. He's hoping to get it to take down there. So they're left facing third and long. He's back to throw. Out to his wideout, it's a screen. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. We'll see what the first half adjustments of the season are as they're teed up, and away we go in our second half. Fielded at the 7. And he gave it his best to get to the 25, just a step or two short of it. He's out on the 24-yard line. The drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Keeps it moving. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position by hitting on that shot. You've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
The throw is caught. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got first and goal.
I love throwing on first down. And when we see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
This offense in position now. It's first and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he's brought down after a decent gain. 6 yards from there. It's going to be second and goal.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you could be a Pro Bowler.
The nose of the football inside the 1. Here's second and goal. He is in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers grow the lead coming out of halftime. Dicker on now for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chargers drive their lead to 11. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. They'll come out throwing. Throw wheeled in by there. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a Vegas first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and the quarterback will find you again.
They go play action on first. Big touches made, and he got the feet in too. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Okay, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. Without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness. We saw his guys pick up the blitz. We felt them pick it up anyway. We weren't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them. And the group up front to find somebody to get a completion so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And that's going to leave him with a tough third and long. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Catch made underneath by Matt. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Offense going for it here. 4th and 5. Throwing from the gun. Throw is caught by the back. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down. Throwing from the gun here. Completed to his running back. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
Escapes the pocket.
He's a eternal clock right there. Told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
First down from the red zone. Just as made it close. And for the touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job right. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Raiders leaving the offense out there. They want to add 2 more to that touchdown.
The Raiders will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll try to run it in. And they get the 2-point conversion. He's in the lead. Only a field goal now. Critical 2-point play there, Brock. The conversion puts them now in range of tying this sucker up with a field goal.
So different for everybody in the building, right? A 3-point game, and especially different for the kicker. He wasn't needed there. But get yourself ready. Defense does the job. You may need a game-tying field goal at some point soon.
First and 10 now from the 30. Looking from the gun here. It's Herbert. Finds him on the crossing route. And they'll have it a little shy of the 40 as he goes out. He picks up 28 on the play. And it brings up an LA first down. Only 1 quarter remains in our final game of the week. That's the end of the 3rd. It's Chargers football as they try to hang on to a lead. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Herbert from the gun.
Escape that wasn't there. Just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut my losses and avoid such a negative play.
Receiver in motion going left. Another try following the sack. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. A gain of 27 yards there. And the Chargers will have a first.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage. need to worry about third down at all.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Rolling left, buying some time. And he runs it down inside the 15 before going out. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And it brings up an LA 1st down. From the red zone now. Here's Herbert. Taken in by Harris. And this is down all the way to the 3.
Okay, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush around. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. Putting a receiver in motion. A little touch pass here, trying to move the chains. Touchdown, LA!
Complete to number 9. Touchdown, LA.
Dicker on now for the PAT.
For the extra point.
The point after splits the uprights. And the Chargers make it a 10-point ball game.
21. Raiders 11. Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing it. Unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick 6. Dicker on now for the PAT. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Chargers take a 3-possession lead. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Not every corner in this league can make the play he just made right there. Sure, there's pure coverage guys. Not really known for their tackling, but this guy, well, he's someone who isn't afraid to stick his nose in there and make a stop.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Yeah, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. downs. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in the pocket for a later occasion.
We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Vegas. Raiders trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard. 1st and 10 from the 41. Back to the well again. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 28 out of that play. And that's good for a Raiders first.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal because of it. I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Changing things up. They're going to throw now. That's Mayer. He's got it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. A timeout taken by Vegas. That's its second.
Las Vegas.
Working inside the red zone. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. This one misses the tight end. And it'll be 2nd and goal. Still a couple of shots at this one. Dropping back to throw. He's got it.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces that can pay big dividends.
And that last pass falls incomplete, so this game